Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Let me just grab the interview questions.
Am I looking here or here?
You're gonna be looking at her.
Yeah, look at me. Don't look at the camera.
Basically, hopefully a conversation type.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about Neighborhood Bikes. How to get started.
Well, Neighborhood Bike Works is a nonprofit organization that's just geared towards teaching kids about bike repair, safe riding methods. Neighborhood Bike Works has been around in some shape or form since 1996. In '99, it's got its own independence. It used to be a part of the Bicycle Coalition of Philadelphia, and it started off with one shop in West Philadelphia, which is right now our main location is at 3916 Locust Walk. That's our headquarters.
Okay. So how did the Earn a Bike program start? And when did it start?
The Earn a Bike program started in '96.
Okay.
It was as far as I know, a person named Sue Ellen Klein. She had got a grant, and she had started the Earn a Bike program here. It's different Earn a Bike programs around the country, but I think ours is modeled after one in Seattle. It's like a Earn a Bike. It's like a Bike Works in Seattle. So.
Okay. So what do you guys? What made you want to be a part of the Earn a Bike program, and what's your specific role? Are you like a head instructor, or are you?
Well, I am the youth program coordinator with Neighborhood Bike Works. I actually had a lot of different roles at Bike Works. I started off as like an assistant instructor, to an instructor, to a site manager. Then I was managing a couple different sites, but we only have 2 sites now, so I'm the youth program coordinator. What I do is I work with the program director, and me and her help develop the programs, and also teach the classes as well. I'm trying to just like the overall structure of the youth programs.
So what is it that you have taught the kids so far in the classes that you've met?
Well, this particular class that you was actually here for, this was actually our 3rd day. So it's like Earn a Bike is normally an 8-week program, and that's our program where you come down and you have to accumulate a certain amount of hours, and then you do a safe riding class, and you take a bike lock and a helmet home at the end of like 8 weeks. But you have to come to a majority of the classes. You have to come willing to learn and participate.
Okay. What made you want to be a part of this? What made you? Do you ride bikes? Do you have an interest in bikes? Or?
I went to West Philadelphia High School and Automotive Academy, and my teacher, actually my math teacher, introduced me to Neighborhood Bike Works as like a part-time job. Like I used to box, and I used to travel around the country just boxing, and he just said, well, try something different, and I actually like working with kids, and that's why I stuck with it.
Okay, so let's see.
You're younger, like.
Oh, wait, sorry.
What was your? Do you remember your first bike?
Yeah.
Tell us about your first biking experience.
Well, I remember always, since I was young, I always rode bikes. I remember when I was like I want to say like 13, 14. I grew up in like the West Philadelphia area, and I used to ride like a BMX bike around the neighborhood, and I just always my father had tools because he worked on cars, and he did a whole lot of different things, and I used to use his tools to try to work on my bike, and it just like I used to work on my bike and then I used to ride my bike around. I grew up in like right off of like 59th and Girard around there, and I used to ride my bike to City Line Avenue to St. Jules, and I used to ride it to Fairmount Park, like where the Please Touch Museum is now, and then Cobbs Creek area. I used to ride around. Me and my friends used to ride around. Actually got a picture of we had ran into a photographer outside, and then he had took a whole lot of pictures, and he had sent us the pictures.
Do you have the pictures?
Not on me, but
Not
yeah.
on you?
So I can probably send you one.
Can you email them to me?
I probably could.
I actually have your email. Rob had gotten it for me, so I'll send you an email, and then
Sure.
If you have them, no pressure.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to look for it.
All right, cool. So let's see. What kind of feedback do you get from the parents when they bring their child to the Earn a Bike program, what do they say? Like, do you know why they want to bring them here?
Well, some parents bring their kids to keep them busy, just to try different things. Some kids, like to work on bikes. This is a program that's geared towards kids that like working with their hands. Like you don't have to. It's not competitive right here, in the sense of like it's a sport to where I gotta be the fastest or whatever. It's just you're here, you come here to learn. You can potentially just you can ride with us, or we do have a racing team. If you want to take it there, we have a racing team as well. Like we're doing a fundraiser right now called the Ride of Dreams, where it's a 4-day trip from, I think this year we're riding to Hershey, PA, and it's like we're training, like we're going on rides every week, every Sunday, and we started off with like 25 miles, and every week we're tacking on like maybe 5 to 10 miles, all the way up to like the ride itself is probably like 60 or 70 mile days. The first day we're going to ride from the UPenn campus to Cooks University. It's actually like 70 or something like that.
Wow.
So.
And what are the age?
And
groups?
that program is 14 and up, 14
Okay.
to 18. Like our general program is from 8 to 18.
So the Earn a Bike program is from 8 to 18.
Yeah.
Okay. And how many students would you say come to the program?
Well, it's normally 12 to 14. Well, I work with like 14 kids, but it's designed for like 12 kids per session. Right? We have a couple different core programs. Those are entry level programs. Like we have this one here, which is Earn a Bike. We have a ride club, that's geared towards youth that like to ride more than necessarily work on bikes. You have to come through Earn a Bike to take a bike home, but you can come through Ride Club if you want to be a member down here, which we call graduates down here. So.
Okay. Let me see. Do you think that this program is beneficial to the community?
Yes, I do. I think it's beneficial to the community because I remember growing up in a similar community to here now. It wasn't programs like this at my age. It's just like you went around the rec center. A lot of people play basketball. A lot of people play football. Like me, myself, I actually, I was in the like Boy Scouts, and I did boxing, and then working on bikes was just another outlet, and it's something I was pretty good at. So.
Okay. Let's see. What do you see from a student when they've completed a bike and it's finally theirs?
Well, you know what? I see a sense of accomplishment. A sense of joy, of them being happy. Like we have at the end of this 8-week program, what we have is a graduation ceremony. So we invite their parents and we invite guests to come and just really like celebrate, what they accomplished. We give out certificates. We call them up. We show off their bike and we say how many hours were they bike. Like they come down in this class and they can earn up to like maybe 40 hours, but your bike might be 20, or every bike starts at 20 hours, but they go up depending on how nice it is. What we do try to do is this is a program designed to where all the bikes that come here are donated to us, so they're like new bikes. What we do is, we recondition the bikes in the class. So we basically go through the basics of what the parts are to how to completely have your bike tuned up and safe to ride. So.
Okay, so all the parts, the bikes, every single thing is donated.
We do buy new parts. Like we buy like new brake cables and stuff like that. What we do is we use whatever we can from the bike. And like these bikes that if you came on Wednesday, they're actually picking out their bikes from the basement or whatever, and those bikes come from different bike shops or from the community. So we're giving like new life to these bikes. So
cool.
After the kids, can you talk a little bit about the kids that graduate and what happens after that?
Well, after the kids complete any of our entry level programs, we offer a list of programs. Like we have drop-in. Drop-in is a program that happens every Saturday, and at this shop is from 12 to 4. At the shop on the UPenn campus, it's from 10 to 2. That's a time where we offer to the youth to where they can come down and work on their own projects, work on their family projects, or earn more credit towards getting another bike. So there's no limit to how many bikes you can get. You just have to have the hours, and your hours are your money here at Neighborhood Bike Works with the youth. So they don't have to purchase anything with money; they just have to earn it.
Okay. So yeah, we saw one little boy, his Kashan, yeah, and he was telling us that he graduated.
Yeah.
And he's back now, and what's he doing back?
He came back now to help I think his nephew. He came back to help his nephew out. But he enjoyed the class that, he wanted to come down and earn the bike. But the only difference is he's here more of a helper. He's not a part of the class. He's a helper because he can come down and go work on his bike on Saturdays. Like Keyshawn actually went with us this Saturday. We took the kids to the Wooden Shoe on South Street. We took them to that bookstore on South Street. We go on monthly rides every month. Like our next monthly ride is the Kensington Sculpture Derby on the 17th. And we're taking the kids to the grand opening of the pump track on 53rd and Parkside. So we offer different ride programs, and we have a kinetic sculpture class to where the kids we have a program to where 12 kids are working on a sculpture right now to race in that derby, and the derby is just designed for for manpower machines to go through like a mud pit and towards the area. I'm not sure if you've been to it.
No, that sounds neat though.
So,
That sounds cool.
So, as a final thought, almost, what do you hope for your students to gain from attending this program?
I hope the students they gain. A lot of kids come here looking for a bike, but you know what? I've seen a lot of kids come here and develop, friendship and skills and a mechanical thought process to where if I can take this apart, following having the correct steps, you can do different things. The whole thing is, as long as they come here being positive and learning something, it opens up doors to something else.
Good. I think we got a lot. Let me see. Let me ask some questions.
So,
Okay. Is it hard for the kids to understand the process? Do you have a lot of kids who don't really grasp it?
We have a lot of kids that come down from different background areas. What we all do is we have everybody work together. Like, this is a small space, so it's just like we have about 6 repair stands. So my whole thing is I'm teaching them how to work as a team. I'm teaching them how to how to work as a team, share materials, and just still learn at the same time. I'm not here to. I'm the instructor here at the class, but I'm hoping that we can all learn from each other, because everybody has a different way of learning, and it's just like you seeing that person learn a certain way, it might help you develop the best way you learn. So.
Okay. I think that's good. I think I have all these questions here. Do you have any more questions?
I don't. I think we got